To boost your immunity and to keep your skin healthy, you can grow a bunch of plants at home. They can be grown in pots, directly in ground, in your balcony, terrace, anywhere. So today I'm going to talk about 5 such very easy plants. Also, I would like to thank our sponsors, Mama Earth. We will talk about them in detail later. So let's dive in. The first plant on my list is ginger. Ginger is a kind of a tuber, meaning that it is part of a plant that keeps or stores nutrient in it. So when you use a tuber of about 2 inch or so, you put it in soil, this same tuber will develop more roots, and at the base of these roots will be more ginger or more tubers that you can harvest. For sowing, I always prefer a dried ginger because the occurrence of root rot, meaning the proneness to fungus, will be lesser in such a case. So the drier it is, the better. If you have such green nodes coming on it, that's great. If they're not coming yet, you can wait for a couple of days. Just make sure that this part is facing upward, and we sow them about 4 inch deep. Now always remember, the bigger the seed that you're sowing, the deeper it has to go in the pot. Meaning, let's say, had it been mustard or rye, the seeds are really small. In that case, we sow them only about 1 centimeter deep. But since this one is 2 to 3 inches, that is why we keep it about 3 to 4 inches deep in soil. I prefer to use 11 inch or deeper pots. Actually, this size is also too small for it. The bigger it is, the better, because this will give more space for the tubers to be bigger, and there will be more tubers or more of ginger that you will harvest. If you stay in southern India or central India, it is a good time to start ginger. But for the rest of the country, I would say that wait until February or early spring to start. Another plant that can be grown very similarly is turmeric or haldi. So this is my first time as well growing haldi, to be honest, and I was very concerned that where will I find it. It is very easy to find kachi haldi. You find that online as well. I'll try and put some links down below. So you would need a 2 to 3 inch tuber of haldi like this. For all these plants where you are growing actually the root and not the leaf, the best kind of soil is to use a well draining soil. The water should not stand. So for turmeric, red soil or lal mitti also works very well. In that case, you don't have to mix anything. Otherwise, because I don't have access to it, the kind of soil I am using is equal amount of coco peat, homemade compost, and regular garden soil that I had access to. Both these plants, turmeric and ginger, will take about 7 to 8 months to be ready. I know that's a really long time, but if you think about it, cucumber, tomatoes that get ready very quickly. The problem is if they do not get pollinated, the fruit will not come out and all your hard work will be wasted. These plants, on the other hand, though they do take a longer time, but if you just keep watering them whenever the soil is dry, they will definitely give you more turmeric or ginger. Additionally, both of these plants, their fruit is anti-inflammatory and antibacterial. Another plant which is antibacterial and has great benefits, especially for skin and scalp, is aloe vera. It's a very fuss-free plant. If you're a beginner or somebody who does not like plants that require so much care and you have to always watch out for them, when to water, when not to water, aloe vera is your friend. It is known for great properties. It is very easy to grow, and for its propagation, all that you have to do is pull out a cutting which has a couple of roots in it, and then you put it in soil. Any kind of soil is fine. One thing I would like to point out is that a leaf cutting for this plant does not work. Meaning you cannot cut this leaf, put it in water and expect roots to grow. It will not work that way. You have to have a couple of roots on it. And that's it. Put it in 3 to 4 hours or more sun. The more it is, the better, and it will do very well across the country unless it's extremely humid in your place. This plant is more sensitive to overwatering than underwatering. So even if you have forgotten to water it for 15 days, nothing will happen. But if you keep watering it every day, it will definitely become soggy and die. This redness on the leaves means they need more water, the plant needs more water. So try and become more frequent. For example, for me, once in every 3 days works fine for aloe vera. But make sure that you're not overwatering this plant. I highly recommend this plant for every home. It is known to have antioxidants, plus it has skin repairing properties. This brings me to the sponsors of today's video, Mamaearth. Now, why Mamaearth? Their products are natural ingredient based, and 2 reasons I wanted to work with them. First, their plant goodness initiative. For every purchase that you make on Mamaearth, they will link your order on their website to a tree. So every time you make a purchase, they will share what tree they are growing and where they are growing. Second, their plastic positive initiative, meaning that they recycle more plastic than they actually use. Right now, they're recycling about 120 metric tons of plastic every month. Isn't that interesting? Now, 2 products of theirs that I specifically want to talk about are this turmeric based vitamin C foaming wash, which will give you about 250 pumps, and its silicone brush makes the application very easy for daily use. And their aloe vera based vitamin C sleeping mask, a transparent grease free sleeping mask that you can apply at night and wash away next morning. To avail a 20% discount on Mamaearth website, use code GARDENUP2020. Their products are also available on Amazon, Nykaa and Flipkart. To check out their entire range of products, you can click on the link just under this video. The 4th plant on my list is lemon. Lemon or lime, you can actually grow any kind of variety. This plant in particular was developed through graft, meaning a bigger stem was taken from the mother plant and it was allowed to develop roots, and then they potted it in soil. Now you can get this done in a local nursery. If you ask them, they'll do it for you. You can also start from seeds, but I personally prefer this method because this is easier, and developing from seeds all the way to a bigger plant sometimes gets very complicated and you're not sure of what is the quality of the lemon or lime. In graft, mostly you always know what is the quality because you know the mother plant that has given you lemon or lime. So I personally prefer the graft method. For the care, all that you have to do is make sure the plant gets as much sun possible. The more khad or compost you add in this plant, the better it will be. It will help to have more output, more of your lemons or limes. The last plant I want to talk about is Tulsi or holy basil. This is one plant I am pretty sure you must have seen either growing in your house or somebody else's house. There are 2 things specifically I want to talk about for this plant. First, very interesting research. Recently, a paper was published and newspapers also covered it. They found that there are about 14 metabolites that scientists could map on it. Metabolites, let's just say that 14 kinds of chemicals. And out of these 14 chemicals, 8 of them were found to have anti-cancerous properties, and rest of the 6 were found to be either antiseptic, antifungal or antipyretic, which means anti-fever. Basically, all the chemicals that were found in Tulsi were found to have great benefit on human health. Isn't that interesting? I know for generations we have known about the greatness of Tulsi, but when science sort of support it, it helps. It helps to tell people that, hey, you must try growing this plant. Second thing I want to talk about this plant are its problems. Growing it is not difficult, but it is very prone to infections. So if you see such insects, black insects or white insects, use plain water to wash them off. Do not use any kind of pesticide because this is a very sensitive plant. If you use any kind of pesticide, insecticide, it will most likely die. So it's better to use plain water. Additionally, what I've found to work is that keep it away from other plants. This way we are reducing the proneness to insects. Whenever you see seeds coming out, you can pinch them off because this will help more leaves to come out. If you do not pinch them out, the seeds will develop, and this basically means that this plant will not survive any further. So since we are not interested in that, we are not interested in seeds, but we want the plant to grow, so you can pinch them off. And for general care, the more the sun, the better. Actually, for all these plants, the more the sun, the better. For Tulsi, Underwatering might kill it. Overwatering is okay. Yes, I will repeat. This is one water-loving plant. So even if you water it every day or twice in a day, it's completely fine. But make sure that you don't forget to water this plant. The leaves will shrivel and it'll die quickly. So keep a close eye on watering. In India, there are a variety of tulsi growing. Two varieties that are known to have most health benefits are Ram Tulsi and Krishna Tulsi. Actually, these are subspecies, they are not really species. Species is just one, but sometimes it happens that a same plant shows different varieties in different regions. So these two kinds of varieties are the most common ones that are known to have great health benefits. I hope this video helps. As for the ginger and turmeric, I'll keep you posted in my stories here on YouTube as well as on Instagram. If you like this video, do let me know down below. I will be back very soon. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, I forgot. And I think we might just touch 1 million when this video comes out. Thank you so much, guys. I really mean it. I never imagined that 10 lakh people will be joining me here. I started this channel just because I was trying to look for a creative bent during my research, and thank you so much for believing in me. I hope I continue to make you happy with my videos, and thank you again for supporting. Thanks. I will see you soon.